Hey guys, how are you? Hey, Sean Koff, Regional Marketing Director. Wanted to shoot out a quick video to you today. We are going to do a series of videos answering your questions about building the business. You can go ahead and submit your questions by simply private messaging me on Facebook or by shooting me a text or leaving me a voicemail at 952-303-1309. So with that said, we're going to do a series of these. We really want you to if you have questions, please send them our way, because, if you have a question, there's probably dozens and dozens of other people that have the exact same question. And hopefully by doing this, we can add value to all of you and help you build your businesses faster and better and more successfully. So with that said, we are going to go to today's question, and that question was, what do I do when someone says I can't afford it, okay, or I don't have the money? I like what I see, I don't have the money. The first thing you have to understand is that I learned a long time ago, time and money are really never the actual objection. Really the number one objection is people just don't think they can do it. And that's why we have to answer that question during the presentation. Is it simple? Can I do it? They have to know that we're going to be there to help them. We have to make that clear to people. So what they're really saying is, I don't know if I can do this in most cases. Or what happens is they have a lack mentality. See, a lot of people we're dealing with have lack mentalities, and they have been conditioned to be broke, okay? So it's a knee-jerk reaction to say I can't afford it. The reality is time and money are never, ever, ever the issue, because I know for one thing, let's just say someone had to come up with $500 to start their business, or $200 or $300, whatever the amount, it doesn't really matter. But let's just say that person that said to you, I can't afford it. Let's just say that I told that person, if you come up with $300 tonight and you bring it back here by midnight, we're going to give you $100,000 cash. I don't think there's a person in America that wouldn't come back before midnight with that $300. And so you have to understand, it's simply the value. And if you honestly believe in your head that people can't afford it, then you're a huge part of the problem. See, I don't believe it when people tell me they can't afford it. I believe they can afford it. So you can't have a lack mentality. A lot of times if you're getting the same objection over and over and over and over again, it's because it's your objection. You think it's too expensive, or you think that other people can't afford it. And the reality is they can afford it. See, every person every single month spends every dime they make, and they spend it on things like alcohol and cigarettes and movies and entertainment and new shoes and iPhones and blah, blah, blah. And they can't afford it, folks. It's just, what are they choosing to put their money into? So the first thing you got to understand is that's not the real objection. They can't afford it. Now, that's obviously not what we're going to say to people, because we don't want to create conflict and we don't want to create friction when we deal with people. So, understand this. First off, you got to get the belief in your head. You have to get to our trainings. You have to believe in the value of what we're giving people. See, I truly believe that if someone gets started in our business and they never even make a dime, just being around us, being at our trainings, being in the positive environment is worth every cent that they would spend to be part of this, whatever form they came on board. So that's the first thing you got to do, is get the belief in you, okay? Because sales is nothing more than a transfer of belief and enthusiasm and excitement. So that said, guys, someone says to me at the end of the presentation, I love what I see, but I can't afford to. A great way to deal with that is just to say, of course you can't afford it. That's exactly why I showed you this idea. And the fact that you can't afford it, don't you think that's the exact reason why you should do this? And then what you do is you shut up and you listen. See, most people talk their way out of sales. The way you get good at getting people to do what you want to do and persuade people is by asking questions. We're problem solvers. We've got to help people answer the question and overcome their objections in their minds, because a lot of times it's all it is. It's an obstacle in their mind, and if we can help them see a different way of thinking, we can get around it. Now, that being said, I'm a hard sorter. A lot of times when people don't say they don't have the money or they have an objection, they're just not the person we're looking for. Most of the top people, when they saw this idea, they were in. It was the right timing. They figured out a way to get started. They didn't have really an objection, okay? So the other thing you got to understand is we're sorting, not selling. We're not looking for everybody. We're not trying to convince people. So that said, someone asked that question, says here, I just don't have the money. I'd love to do this, but I can't afford it. You say to them, of course you don't have the money. That's exactly why I showed you this. Don't you think that's a reason why you should get started? And then let them talk and let them come up with an answer. And so the bottom line is, guys, at that point, if they say that, and the other thing you can do is you can say something like, so if you had the money, you would definitely get started. That's your only thing holding you back. And then you can simply help them figure out a way to get the money, whether that be selling something on Craigslist. You can put a question out to them, say, hey, you know what, if I had a serum and it was $235 for that serum and you needed that serum by tonight to save your own life or your mom's life or your sister's life or somebody you love's life, where would you get the money? And whenever they answer, you say, let's do that. So the bottom line is, guys, time and money are never ever the objection. Time and money are never really the issue. And the way you answer objections is simply say, you know what, of course you don't have the time and money. That's exactly why you should be doing this. Hope that adds some value to your business. Hope that can help you. Go out there and have better results getting people started into our business. Have a great day, guys. We'll look forward to your questions tomorrow. Submit them at Facebook by private message me or shoot me a question at 952-303-1309. Take care. Have a great day. God bless. And here's to your success.